You're juggling a lot, but you can still squeeze in a financial plan. With the Northwestern Mutual Financial Advisor as your partner, it's not only possible, it's personalized. So if you're tying the knot, closing on a house, or welcoming a little one, you'll be ready for whatever life tosses your way. It's the right time to feel less stressed and more certain. That's a better way to money. Let's get started at nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
But that's the exact moment in time where now both of you can say whatever you want because you've now moved the cars from the spot, which would tell me where the accident happened.
That's right.
Right.
This is the plaintiff, Michael Gonzalez. He says he was driving his mother's car, was making a right turn, and the defendant darted in front of him, smashing into the car. The guy didn't even stop until he was down the street. He made a huge mistake by not calling the police because the louse is claiming the accident was his fault. And now his mom is mad at him because her car's damaged and he hasn't been able to get it fixed. He's suing for $1,640.19, the amount owed. These are the defendants, Brett Marconi and his dad, John. Brett says he was making a legal right turn, and it was the plaintiff who crashed into his rear wheel and back panel. The guy wasn't in a turning lane, he was in the bus lane. Panicked and tried to get into the turning lane at the last minute without looking to see where he was going. It was determined he had zero liability. The accident was the plaintiff's fault, and that's why he's not paying. They're accused of darting into trouble. The defendants have filed a countersuit for $482.33 for damages incurred.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome,
Clara and Michael Gonzalez. You'll be representing... Clara is who, your mom?
My mom.
Okay, so you were driving your mom's car?
My car. It's under her name.
Yeah, your mom's. Like I said, you were driving your mom's car. Suing John and Brett Marconi. Who's John, who's Brett?
I'm John.
I'm Brett.
Okay, and the car is under your name?
Yes.
And your relationship with Brett?
A father.
Okay, and you were driving?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be talking to the young gentleman. Michael, you are suing Brett for $1,640.19 over a car accident that you say was his fault. Tell me what happened.
Basically, he cut me off on my lane. He obviously didn't see me, and...
Come on up and use the board so I can understand who's in what lane.
This is my car, this is his car, and this is what basically happened. There was traffic on his lane, mine was free-flowing, so he decided to cut me off, and that's when he hit me. We were both moving.
He misjudged how much time he had?
He didn't see me. He obviously didn't look back.
You don't think he saw you at all?
I was in his blind spot, that's why.
Okay, were you guys stopped? Is there a light there? Were you stopped at a light?
This was a light, yeah. This was a crosswalk. The light had turned green. Traffic was...
Were there any cars in front of you?
There was, but it was moving. On his lane, it wasn't.
Okay.
So that's when he
And
decided...
both those lanes do what?
They turn right.
Both those lanes turn right?
That's right.
Okay, and then there's another lane in between you and the bus stop?
That's the parking lane.
Okay.
At this corner, this is where the bus stops.
Okay, and then the other two lanes are for turning right?
This one goes straight.
The other two go straight.
I don't believe there was another lane here. This was the another parking lane.
Okay.
And this straight was just to go straight or left.
But the two that you're describing that you're in are definitely right turn lanes?
Yeah, they are right turns.
Okay, and put the cars where he hits you?
This is where he hits me.
Okay, and at that spot before the crosswalk?
Yeah, before.
Okay, now did the two of you talk after? Did you both get out of the car after the accident?
Yeah, he had stopped when he noticed he hit something. Then
Okay,
after
so-
that, he keeps moving to prevent, traffic. So he pulls over here, we both pull over, and that's when we start discussing what just happened.
But that's the exact moment in time where now both of you can say whatever you want because you've now moved the cars from the spot, which would tell me where the accident happened.
That's right.
Right. Okay, go on over there. What happened? Come on up here.
Okay, basically,
Start back over here with the cars. Thank you.
I was in this lane, and there was a bus here. I had no idea where Michael was. And basically, when the light turned green, the bus was a tandem bus, so it was a longer one, so it had to go out and make a wide turn because it can't cut these right turns. After the bus went, then I proceeded to go, and when I was just about done with the turn, then I was hit. And I don't know where he was from there. I don't know if he was behind the bus or behind me.
Okay, you've made the red car, he had used the bus, that's fine, and then you made that blue and white car his car. And according to you, the accident happens in the other the perpendicular crosswalk?
Yeah, I was just about done with my turn. I was cutting the wheel back to straighten it out when I was hit.
Did either one of you have witnesses in the car?
I had 2 friends in the car, but they were unable to make it today.
Why?
One is a student and the other one had work, I think.
So what? Everybody goes to school and has work. Well, why aren't they here?
I don't know, they're just irresponsible, I guess.
Pick better friends. That's it. All right, go ahead and go back to...
Thanks.
Did you have any witnesses in your car? No. All right, upon you folks stopping, what do you say occurs?
I asked for his insurance, his license. I take a photo of it, jot it down. I asked if this was his first accident. He says yes. I asked if he was all right. He said yes. I told him how the process goes, that I have to call his insurance and file a claim.
And what did he say?
He said, okay, that's fine, that's fine. He gave me his insurance, his license, his registration.
He did give you his insurance?
Yeah.
Okay.
There wasn't much
Did you
talk.
give him your insurance?
No, he didn't ask for it.
Did you not ask him for his insurance?
It was my first accident, kind of frazzled and a little inexperienced.
Why didn't you guys call the police?
I didn't because as I was speaking to him, he apologized to me, stating that it was his fault.
Yeah, watch it now. How did that
Yeah.
work out for you?
Not so good.
Right, but
Well,
if you called the police, there'd be a witness to that apology.
That's right. There
There'd
wouldn't
be
be a
somebody
problem.
writing something down in a police report that benefits you.
That's right.
Do you ever watch People's Court?
No.
Yeah, well, that's your first problem. Because if you had been watching me for the last 12 years, you would hear me say to every single person who's had a car accident in front of me, always call the police. Because the half an hour that you save by not calling them and not having to wait for them is going to cause you a lot more than a half hour once you have to end up in court litigating because the person changes what they said. I'm not presuming that that's what you did, but do you understand why no one should ever, unless you are driving on a suspended license, okay, or have a warrant out for your arrest, then I understand why you don't want the police to come. But if there's none of that going on, there's no reason for you not to insist that the police come so that you have a witness to all of this stuff. How old are you?
19.
Have you ever been told something by someone who then later changed their mind?
This
At
was
least once.
This was really the first.
All right. When you tell me that you did not ask for his insurance information because it was your first time, that does make me a little bit suspicious. Because another reason why you might not ask for someone's insurance information is because you don't think it's their fault. Then you have 2 witnesses who are friends of yours who, did you get an affidavit from them?
No.
Yeah. Who could exonerate you completely and show that it's not your fault, and yet not one but both of them refused to come to court and get cross-examined by me. Maybe they have watched People's Court. Those are 2 things that are bad for you. Now, you end up making a claim against him on his insurance, correct?
Yes.
And what happens? They come out, they do an adjustment.
Right.
They
And
adjust it to what?
1,640.
The amount that you're suing for.
That's right.
And then they tell you we're not going to pay because?
There was they couldn't determine who was liable because there was no police report.
It's really that he's saying, it wasn't my fault. It was
Right.
It was Gonzalez's fault.
Right.
Right. So you tell me, you don't get his insurance information, but you give him all of yours, but it's his fault. Then you leave, and then when's the first time? Do you guys hear from each other ever again after this or no?
Yes.
Okay, when is that?
Later that evening, I did get his phone number at the scene of the accident, so I did call him and I was able to get his insurance. And
After who told you to do that, your pop or mom?
yeah, my father.
Okay. Did you ever file a lawsuit
No.
against them for the damages to your car? This happened when?
The 18th of September.
It wasn't until he filed a lawsuit against you that you filed a counterclaim
Correct.
for the damage to your car. And according to you, that's $482.33. And may I see the pictures of both of your cars?
I have seven.
This is a better photo, but I have a copy if you want to do it.
Okay, this is your car, Mr. Gonzalez?
Good, that's a better photo.
We can do this. Okay.
That's an intersection.
Okay, thank you.
What are you driving?
A Toyota Celica.
Does this page have both Toyota and Honda on it?
Yes.
Actually, these three are the Toyota.
Yes.
You see how you threw me off? The car's the exact same color. And then these don't show that it's a Toyota, but these are the three of the Toyota, and this is his car.
That's right.
I guess that's just his license. Okay. And then this is the Toyota.
That's mine.
Have you been driving the car? Is it drivable?
Yeah, it's drivable.
Of his.
Okay, let's discuss a few things.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So you get in an accident and the other person's fault. They say, don't call the police. I'll pay you. I promise I'll pay you. Would you believe it?
Absolutely not. It's
You would call the police.
Yeah, it's too risky. There's too many people. I don't know that person. I wouldn't do it.
What do you think?
That person can extort you. There's no guarantee that you'll actually get your money. So I would say I'd definitely call the police.
You would always call the police.
I would call the police. I always back the blue.
You back the blue. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
First of all, for all of you out there who think for a moment that accident reconstruction is the way to go, I've been a judge for 20 years, and I've seen a lot of accidents in my day, and it's not as easy as people think it is. When you have two people and you have them saying, this is how the accident happened, the accident could have happened here that way, or the accident could have happened here that way. It's the exact same accident, so there's nothing to reconstruct. You understand? I cannot look at the damage and try to figure out which of you guys is right. Let me just explain how important this is. When you have a car accident, the first thing that you do is, of course, make sure you're okay, make sure the other person's okay, because you're humans first. And then you take that. Do you have a phone?
Yes.
Does it have a camera?
Yes.
Do you have a phone? Does it have a camera?
Yes.
Okay, the camera is in there to take pictures that matter. This is a picture that matters, okay? So you go to a safe spot, because there's traffic all here, and the safe spot may be the inside of your car. Boom, 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 5 seconds. And then maybe you step out right here. Boom, 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 3 seconds. Then you call the police. You call the police. When I was 18 years old, my boyfriend and I were driving, he was driving, and we were on a residential road, and a delivery truck was stopped, looked at the outer, and said, hey, that's not it, goes into reverse and bangs into us, and begged us not to call the police because he was going to lose his job. And my college boyfriend was a very nice guy, way too nice for me. It's very undeserving of him. I hope he's watching. Then didn't want the guy to lose his job, so he said, what do you think happens the next day? Oh, that guy rear-end collision. I learned this lesson very early. Call the police and take the pictures. Get a police report. Invest a half hour or hour waiting for the police to eventually get to your accident, because you're saving yourself the 20 hours that this lawsuit ends up costing you. So now when I don't have that, what am I left with? Is that Mom?
Yes.
Yeah, because mom just made a bad face, like she just smelled a bad odor, because Mom knows what's coming next. And you know why Mom knows that? Because Mom's a mom. I'm always asked, like, what is it that helps you to decide these kind of, how is it you can tell how something happened and who is maybe not being too forthright, or how can you tell? And the answer is not that I spent 10 years as a prosecutor doing death penalty litigation and cross-examining murderers. The answer is that I am the mother of 3 children, okay? And when you are a mother, you tend to be able to sift from the nuances. And the nuances are 2 in this case. The most compelling is that you didn't even ask for his insurance information until Dad told you to. And when a guy's asking for your insurance information, the only reason that you wouldn't ask for his is if you realized it was your fault at the time, so there was no need to ask for his, all right? And 2, you have 2, not 1, but 2 witnesses. And you have the grave misfortune of neither one of them coming and neither one of them putting anything on paper for you. I don't know about that. All right, here's where we are, folks. My verdict on the counterclaim is 0, and I'm ruling in favor of the plaintiff in this case in the amount of the defendant's insurance company's adjustment, which is $1,640.19. Good luck, folks.
All right, see what the defendant has to say coming out on the losing end of this case. You get nothing out of this except a loss. Why didn't you get insurance information right at the scene, right at the time?
I don't know. It was my first accident. I kind of didn't know what was going on, and I don't know. It was kind of stupid of me.
You learned that lesson, right?
I learned a lesson.
Okay, why not bring some affidavits in here from witnesses? What about that?
I think I need to find better friends.
No, he bailed on us at the last minute. We only had like 24 hours to get him to a notary, and he was asleep. He didn't want to do it. That would have showed Michael's real
Mom knows
personality.
best.
Okay.
All right, head right around the corner this way. All right, so come on in here. You win your case. You also didn't act correctly at the scene. What have you learned out of all this?
There are bad people in this world, and you can never trust anybody. So
Okay, you have an accident next time. What are the 3 things you do?
you definitely call the police, get his insurance.
Take
and
pictures?
Take pictures, that's right.
Harvey?
Okay, before you move the car at an accident scene, I am telling you, take pictures. The way the cars are positioned and where the damage is can make all the difference in the world in determining who's at fault. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Zootopia 2 has come home to Disney+.
Let's go!
Get ready for a new case.
We're gonna crack this case and prove we're the greatest partners of all time!
New friends.
You are... Gary the Snake. And your last name? The Snake.
Dream team. Hit new habitats.
Zootopia has a secret reptile population.
You can watch the record-breaking phenomenon at home.
You're clearly working it.
Zootopia 2, now available on Disney+, rated PG.
These are the plaintiffs, Danielle Martel, Pablo Vasquez, and Damon Martel. Pablo says his son Damon's bike was stolen from him, and he knows the defendant was the one who stole it because he found it for sale on Craigslist, and the seller told him he got it from the defendant. The defendant's guilty as sin. The bike was very expensive, and they're suing the thief for the $400 they're owed. These are the defendants, Dawn Haberning and Mike Coddington. Dawn says her son Mike did not in any way, shape, or form take the plaintiff's bike. They were good friends, and her son's a nice, quiet, shy kid who would never do anything like that. The plaintiffs are just looking for a patsy to pay for their loss, and she's sorry, but it's not gonna be her. They're accused of bilking a biker.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Danielle Martel?
Yes.
And Pablo Vasquez?
Yes.
And Damon Martel?
Yep.
Okay. How old are you, Damon?
15.
All right. You are suing Dawn Habernig and Mike Coddington? That's your son?
Yes.
Okay. For $400, the cost of a bike plus and helmet plus the cost of a replacement bike, because according to you, Mike stole Damon's bike,
Yes.
right? Okay. Can you switch with Damon and let me hear from him first? Because I assume you're the first who realized the bike was stolen, correct? Damon?
No.
I actually found the bike
switch
stolen.
again? All right. Danielle, go ahead.
I actually discovered the bike was stolen on March 13th.
Okay.
Of 2012.
Okay.
And it was parked on the rear entrance of our house. Immediately, I called the police and filed a report.
Did you ask your son, where's the bike?
Oh, yeah, we went inside. Yeah, I walked in, I asked him, I'm like, where'd you park your bike? He said, in the back. We had it locked up.
So someone had broken the lock and taken it?
Yeah, it was one of those wire locks.
Right.
And it was attached to our wooden back porch. So I asked him, he said, no, it was in the back. So we looked all over.
Okay, so what kind of bike was it?
It was a
BMX GT bike.
It's expensive.
Okay.
It's
How much had you paid for it?
I paid $275, but it was with a helmet included.
Okay.
So the helmet was about $20.
Okay. All right. So what do you do when you notice that it's stolen? Do you call the police?
Yeah, I called the police.
If I can-
Oh, sure.
Go ahead.
I kind of gave up on it when it was stolen. I just figured there's a lot of bike thefts in our neighborhood. She stayed on it for months, looking on Craigslist, calling bike shops.
In that way that only a woman can. Go ahead.
And sure enough, months later, she saw the frame on Craigslist.
Okay, so you see the frame on Craigslist, and how do you know it's your frame?
I looked at the frame and there was a scratch because Damon was in a car accident with the bike.
Do you have the picture from that listing on Craigslist?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually have a couple screenshots that I took.
Yep.
So,
Boy, you better never cheat on her. She's relentless. I love it.
so I have, there's
What's the relationship here? This is,
my boyfriend.
okay. But he's been around a long time, right?
Long
If you
time,
gave it to him
yeah.
at 9. Okay.
These are all pictures.
What are you waiting for?
I think it's next year.
You think it's next year? Did he put a ring on it? Yes or no?
Not yet.
Okay. Where's the scratch? After Power Series? There?
There was like a little neck on the side. I think that's, you could see it on the, I don't have a copy of it, but.
On this one? Kind of circle it with a pen.
Sure. It was this one right here, just a little scratch right
So what do you do when you discover it?
Well, what I did is I acted like a potential buyer, so I emailed the person, and immediately I assumed it was an adult because it's an ad on Craigslist and whatever. So I thought I was talking to an adult. They said that he had sold the GT frame, but he has another frame. And so far, all I had was an email address for the person. I wanted a phone number or an address so I could actually give it to the
So you
police.
continue to pose as a buyer so that you can get the name and
Yeah,
number of the
so I
person.
keep
Then you
on- I actually
communicate
have-
with the person. What do you tell them? You tell them the truth that
After acting like I was interested in another frame, I was just like, look, you know, the GT frame bike, it was stolen. And I actually have a printout of a transcript.
Yes, I read the emails where you were threatening
yeah.
to ruin their lives, or you know that the police are going to arrest them.
Well,
They're
I
a
thought
bona
it
fide
was-
purchaser. They're not liable for anything like that. So finally, the mother intercedes and says, "Stop harassing my kid."
Right, because
the bottom line is that he sold it to somebody.
The bottom line is that the person that she contacted about,
Right.
without knowing who we were, said,
Right.
I don't know anything about this. I got it from a kid named Mike Coddington.
Oh, this is what she told me to start. He said, "I got it from a guy named Mike Coddington."
A kid from Mike.
Not Coddington, but Mike Coddington.
Yeah, it's in the.
It's in
now,
the email.
Damon, switch with him up. You are friends with, or you were friends with Mike.
No,
correct?
my brother.
Say it again.
My brother was
Your brother, your older brother, younger brother?
younger.
Younger brother. So when you hear this, do you ever go and talk to Mike yourself?
I went to talk to the father.
Okay, now, all right, now, go ahead. Something you have personal knowledge of, talk to me.
So if your kid stole a bike from a friend, would you blow the whistle on your own kid, or would you keep it a secret?
I would blow the whistle on my own kid. You gotta teach your kid morality, and you can't make exceptions just for your children.
Fair enough. What do you think?
I'd make him give it back. I'd make him walk it over there and give it back.
So you would blow the whistle on the kid?
Definitely.
For sure. What do you think?
I would blow the whistle. I would make them return it as well as punish them.
Fair enough. Good people here, going inside the courtroom.
Well, the father, he's in a wheelchair or a motor thing. I felt bad for him at first. I just said, I don't want to get the cops involved. I want the bike back. He said he would contact Mike, that Mike wasn't living there anymore. It took a while, back and forth. Finally, he gave us the mother's phone number, and then I started talking to her.
Okay. But now we know that Mike no longer has it because whoever the kid is who had it and posted it on Craigslist that you saw says he sold it to yet another person. Right. Did he give you the name and number of that other person?
Yes, and the police got involved.
And the police got involved, and then you get the frame back?
And they recovered the frame.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So that other
Damaged
person-
frame,
Okay.
but we got it back.
All right. And nobody gets arrested?
No, because basically the police told me him and his brother are known in the area for stealing bikes.
So what we're going to do is not get involved because they're known thieves.
Well,
basically.
I don't know. I don't know if they told you that or didn't tell you that, if you're trying to make your case better.
No,
I have no
I'm
idea.
not.
Have you ever
What
been arrested?
No.
How old are you?
15.
Are you a known bike thief?
No.
I can't hear you.
No.
What's going on, Mom?
Michael came to live with me
around July 1st, and I had received a phone call about a bike being stolen, and Michael was being accused of stealing the bike. I had talked to Michael about it. At first, he said that he didn't know where the bike went or who had the bike, and then he kind of confessed to me that his brother had taken the bike. And
How did you know that your brother took the bike?
Because he told me
When did he tell you that he took the bike?
the night after he took it.
What did he tell you exactly?
He just told me he stole a bike and he showed me it.
And then he told you he took your friend's bike and you didn't tell your friend?
No,
How come?
I don't know.
That would have been the right thing to do, right?
Yeah,
How old are you?
15,
How old's your brother?
21.
Were you afraid of your brother or you just didn't want to be a snitch?
Just didn't want to be a snitch.
Now look at you. Where's your brother?
He's in jail now.
What's he in jail for?
Burglary,
Burglary of what?
house.
If the case is over or he's pending a trial, ma'am?
he's pending a trial.
So you tell your mom at the beginning you have no idea, you have no information. When is it, how much later was it that you came clean and told her that you know it was your brother?
Like a couple weeks later.
A couple weeks later. What did you do once you had that information? Is this the first you're hearing of this?
Yes.
What did you do once you had that information?
I told Michael that he should go speak with the parents.
Yeah, but you're the grown-up and he's talking to you too, person to person. So did you ever tell them?
No, I didn't.
And how come? Because it's your other son?
Basically, yes.
So why are you doing it now?
I was brought into court with it now.
And you didn't want to perjure yourself?
Yes.
Wow. There's a twist, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about your lawsuit. Just out of curiosity, you're suing for a bike that has the original value is $275 for the bike and the helmet. Only the bike is stolen, so it's going to be less than $275. And depreciation over the course of 6 years is occurring, so you're still suing for the wrong amount. Second of all, you're suing for a replacement bike as well as the original bike. Court is not supposed to be a bonanza where you're better off. Now you have two bikes. And replacement cost is not the correct measure of damages. It's always the value of the item at the time that it was stolen. So the real measure of damages in a court of law is the value of a 6-year-old bike of this type that was stolen on that day. The problem that you have, given the evidence that I just heard, is that you would then be suing the wrong person. What motive would they have to admit that my son's a thief, the other son, other than that it be true? Kind of believe it. So you got to sue him, and you got to call him as a witness. If it ever gets that far, I don't know whether you're going to be able to squeeze water out of a rock. If the guy's sitting in jail awaiting a burglary charge, you would be the least of his problems. But this isn't even a case where there would be parental liability anyway. The case against you is dismissed. The case against you, I find in your favor, and you need to file against the brother, because that appears to be who the real culprit is. Good luck, folks.
Well, the plaintiff has more work to do in a different court setting or in a different court case, at least. What's your reaction to this?
I've seen Deliverance. I'm not going to mess with those people.
Well, so you're done with this?
Yep.
Case is over? Was it refreshing to hear some truth from their side in the courtroom? Some admissions?
Not really.
Yes, for you?
For me, it was. But, I mean, it's definitely, I thought things were going to be resolved here, but I guess not.
No. All right, head right around the corner. He's still angry, says he's not going to do anything about it. And so that's the end of it, possibly from their end. Come on in here. What do you think of the outcome here?
I don't like ratting my own son out, but he is old enough and he should take responsibility for
Did it feel good to come clean?
Yes.
And
Yes.
what have you learned here today?
To tell the truth.
Does it feel better to tell the truth?
Yeah.
You know you're doing the right thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Harvey.
You know, I got to tell you something. I've been around a long time, but it always amazes me that taking an oath is like a truth serum, that people who tell a lie over and over and over, when they are sworn to tell the truth, something happens. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Amazon presents Jeff versus Taco Truck Salsa. Whether it's Verde, Roja, or the orange one, For Jeff, trying any salsa is like playing Russian roulette with a flamethrower. Luckily, Jeff saved with Amazon and stocked up on antacids, ginger tea, and milk. Habanero? More like habanero, yes. Save the everyday with Amazon.
This is the plaintiff, Glenn Gittleson. He says he hired the defendant after last year's hurricane to convert his heater from oil to natural gas. And, well, the guy botched the job. He was supposed to remove the old rusty oil tank from the crawl space of his house. Didn't, and left him with one big mess to deal with. Some people. He's suing for $1,086.20, the amount it cost him to have someone else remove the tank. This is the defendant, Jerry Hogan, owner of Hogan Plumbing and Heating, Inc. He says he was contracted to convert 21 homes and gave everyone the same exact deal. There were a couple of homes, the plaintiffs included, where he couldn't get to the oil tanks to remove them because they were buried behind sheetrock walls. Bottom line, everything passed inspection, and the plaintiff is just bitter because he lost out on millions of dollars he was waiting on, which didn't come through. So now he's taking it out on him. He's accused of being a slippery businessman.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Glenn Gittleson?
Yes.
You are suing Hogan Plumbing and Heating, represented here by Mr. Hogan. You're the owner? All right, for $1,086.20 that you say you are out as a result of him breaching the contract.
Correct.
Talk to me. What happened?
Okay, on about the fall of 2011, a group of homeowners on my street wanted to get together in order to convert our homes from oil to gas. You need a minimum number of people to commit in order to have National Grid come and run the gas lines to the street and then to your home.
And was there something that had happened that had caused you folks to decide?
Well, we had just survived Hurricane Irene.
Okay.
And everybody was, we got to do something.
Everybody was ready for the change.
Something different. We wanted to get the ability to maybe put gas generators in, things like that. Who knew Hurricane Sandy was coming? This was a year before that.
Okay.
So we got the minimum number of people to commit to do the oil to gas conversion, so National Grid will bring the gas lines to the street at no expense to the homeowners. The next thing we needed was a plumber to do the job. We had about 15 to 20 people that had committed.
It's a nice contract.
Right. And Don Hogan Plumbing came recommended to the group, including myself. On October 18th, he came to my house. He looked around both inside and outside, whatever it is plumbers look at, and he drew up a contract in his handwriting. I have a copy to show you. He listed everything he was going to do, which included the removal of the oil tank existing in my home.
Let me see the contract. So how did you find out, who contacted you and said, we have 20 homes for you to do?
One of his neighbors, Lenny Butterman.
And how do you know Lenny Butterman?
He just called me up. I was referred to
Did you know
from
him
other
or no?
people. Excuse me?
I'm just trying to imagine, was it Christmas Day that you got the phone call? I'm just trying to imagine in your business, it must be something to all of a sudden get 20 homes at once.
It was nice. It was
nice,
a
right?
great job. Everybody was happy.
Did you go to each home in order to do the estimates?
Yes. Met with everybody personally.
Each home. So
Everyone.
you looked at the situation in each home?
Yes.
Oh, you didn't do like a generic contract for everybody?
No.
Okay, so this one's in handwriting, and this one says, I will install a certain type of gas boiler set up for 3 zones and 1 for...
Line 5 is the oil tank removal if you're looking for
Buderas.
Buderas, it's German.
Buderas.
It's good stuff.
S120 direct hot water heater and new parts, blah, 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 blah. Let's get to the part. Expansion tank, air elimination ball valves, chimney liner, oil tank removal.
It's in there.
Blah, 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 more blah, blah.
Right.
Everything else is fine except what?
Well, the problem is the contract, the oil to gas conversion was executed and completed, but at the end of the day, Don Hogan refused to remove the oil tank from my home, even though he was committed to
Why did you refuse to remove the oil tank?
When we arrived in the morning, I told Glenn, I said, yours is one of the oil tanks we cannot get out. I told him in the morning when I arrived there.
Why?
Because it's under the stairs and you'd have to take a wall down to get it out.
So
I don't
didn't
do
you know that before you wrote the contract?
Yeah, I did. I didn't know. I didn't realize, I didn't look in there and see that I couldn't get around it. There's two...
Okay, wait. You're going to have to explain to me how... Were you blindfolded?
I didn't go in the closet to look.
Who did? Someone else?
Nobody until we got there that morning.
No, but when you, that's why I asked you the question. Did you personally go see each house, or did you sort of cut corners and make a generic contact for everybody? If you personally went to see that house, how could you not have known then that you would have to take down a wall to get out the tank?
I thought we could fit around the tank. I didn't even go in the closet and look. So
why is that on him?
So does a workman have a duty to investigate before he makes the deal?
Yes, it's his responsibility before signing on to the deal to do that.
And if he doesn't investigate and it turns out that's going to cost him a lot more to do the job, can he back out or change the deal?
I don't know if he can back out, but should at least give permission before he proceeds. And if not, you can stop the job. I don't know. I mean, he can't lose that much money.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
You refused to take it out.
I told him I couldn't take it out, so I'm not going to take the wall down. And he paid me in full. Loved the job. The job came out beautiful.
He paid, put your hand down. He paid you in full after you told him that?
Yes, I left that day with my check.
Out of curiosity, why did you pay him in full after he told you
Your
that?
Honor, thank you. It's a long day to have 4 or 5 workers in your house between the noise and the mess that was left and him insisting. His response to me at the end of the day, why aren't you removing the tank? Number one, the way I'm leaving it is fine, which it wasn't. Number two, he demanded to be paid in full, and he said, I can't get into the cut around the tank, so I can't remove it. The way I'm leaving it is fine, and he wanted to be paid in full. So why did I pay him in full? I know people have asked me, why don't you hold some money back? Well, the conversation with him was going nowhere regarding his obligation to this contract.
It would make, but he's going to go somewhere. He's not going to camp at your house. So in the future, it's a better idea not to pay him full.
Yeah.
However, we're here. And so what was it that led you to understand that it was not okay to leave it there? I understand that you bargained for it, you paid for it, and you want it done. But my question is, did you learn that it was dangerous somehow to leave it there, or you just don't want it there?
Yeah, what I learned subsequent was I hired a second company, Port Tank and Fuel, to have that tank removed. I wanted it removed. It's part of the contract, number one. Number two, it's an old tank. It's rusted from the outside. It was never going to be used again, and it needed to come out because the risk is, even if you take the oil out of the tank, there's still sludge in the tank. And if that ever rusts through, you will never get the only way you correct that is to have your concrete. It's an above ground tank, and it's not, I have pictures to show you. It's not some hard area to get to. You don't have to knock down walls. There was no negotiating. Don Hogan gave me a fee for this contract, and he wrote it, and we both signed it. And when I hired the second company, man, he came in, he went into the crawl space. I have color photos to show you from how it was left to its removal. And
let me see the picture.
So he said that I'm going to go in there with a Sawzall and a shop vac, a Sawzall to open up the tank, suction out the remaining sludge, and then I'm going to cut the tank into pieces and bring it out.
And that's how he did it.
Which is exactly how he did.
He didn't end up knocking a wall.
No.
It was just some work, some extra work.
There you go.
How much did you pay this fellow to do that?
$1,000 plus tax. I have that invoice if you'd like to see it.
That's the $1,086.20. Please hand me the invoice. But what I want to know is there... I mean, I'm not criticizing you. I'm not judging you.
Right.
It might bother me for it to be in there and for me to have paid to take it out, and it's not out because, you know, like I might want a non-offending thing out too. I'm just asking you, did anybody tell you that it was dangerous to leave it there?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Who did? The fellow you paid to? And why? What's the risk?
Because he said if it ever leaks through, the oil tank had tanks rust from the outside.
And if it leaks through what?
That's the sludge comes out. Besides the odor, it's a hazard waste material.
Okay.
Now that hits the concrete. The only way to get the odor out is to have the concrete repaved in that crawl space.
Okay, Mr. Hogan, how is it that you have a contract that calls for you to do something, you don't do it, the owner pays to have somebody else do it, the owner presents you with the bill of what it cost him, and you don't reduce the owner's bill by that amount? And how is it that this happens in a case where you got 20 businesses, 20 contracts? Because you don't look so good right now.
I understand that. Mr. Gittleson, it seems like I wasn't even there because he was the nicest guy to me the whole time we were there, to my guys, to everybody.
Yeah, because he sort of bought the thing that it didn't matter. And then a couple weeks later, it's weighing on him. He talks to somebody else, and it turns out somebody else says it really matters.
Well, the town of Hempstead was there, inspected the job, and said it's perfectly fine to leave that tank in there.
So it may be. Let's just stop. Let's now go on the theory, okay, that it's perfectly fine to leave it, okay? But he doesn't want it there, and he paid you to take it out. And you saw the kind of job that it's trouble. And according to you, you have to knock down a wall. You are clearly wrong because somebody did it without knocking down the wall. You know, it's just that they had to put some effort. Okay, so for whatever reason, I don't care if he is just a neat freak and wants it out. If your contract included you doing it, you looked at it and assessed the amount you were going to charge him based on it, you change your mind about doing it, how do you not reimburse the fellow what it cost him to complete the contract you wouldn't complete? What's your defense?
My defense is I didn't take the tank out. And on my contract, it also says that I'm not responsible for oil tanks. You see that?
Why would I look at that when in your handwriting it says you are?
No, well, it's printed on my invoice.
That's right. And then you changed it by putting in your handwriting that you would take it out.
I understand that.
So what's your defense?
Now I'm changing my ways of doing things because Mr. Gittleson. So.
Listen, the contract is supposed to be a contract.
Yes.
You're supposed to do what's on it.
I understand that.
Okay? And I can understand how you might try to snow by and not do it because, oh, well, wait a minute, I shouldn't have put that in the contract because it looks like a lot of work. It's going to cost me too much in manpower. And I can understand how you might tell an owner, you know what, it's not hurting anybody. You can just leave it there. I don't know, scientifically speaking, whether that guy wanted the business and said that it would be dangerous or whether it wouldn't be dangerous. I don't really care. Because I'm just a contracts gal.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay? It's simple for me. It's in black and white. It's one of the things, you didn't itemize the thing. It's one of the things you agreed to do for the $5,650. He paid you $5,650. Somebody else came in there and charged him $1,000 to get the thing out. If you had gotten the thing out, it wouldn't have cost you $1,000. Yeah. But you chose to fight it, and now here we are, and you don't look so good. And I'm ruling in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $1,086.20.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And that did not go so well for you.
It was expected.
You expected to lose?
Yeah.
So why did you just take the thing out in the first place if you knew you were doing the wrong thing?
It was too much of a job.
Too much of a
I
job.
changed my ways of
All right, so,
the way I write contracts.
Okay, so now you know you have to abide by whatever's in your contract. How have you changed the way you write your contract now?
I'm going to take the oil tank thing out of there. I'm not doing oil tanks.
All right, good luck.
All right,
Head right around the corner that way. And all right, so come on in here. Why'd you give the guy such a hard time with your oil tanks?
I didn't give him a hard time. We had a contract that we both signed that called for an oil tank removal. Okay, there's not about friendship, it's about business. He had a job responsibility to do. And I'd just like to say, you know, today wasn't just a victory for me. I mean, I love when the judge slams the gavel down. Bang, guilty, decision for the plaintiff. That was me. This was a victory also for every homeowner who's ever been lied to, cheated, or ripped off by an electrician, contractor, or plumber. Today we held one of them accountable. And I think that was a good deal to do. And
you wrapped it up right on time.
Thanks.
You're good.
Thanks. Can I say a quick shout out to my two daughters at home?
Harvey?
Is that right? I just want to say to my two daughters at home, yo, Heather, Paige, it's me, Daddy. I did it. I'm out.
You know, this happens a lot, that two people make a deal and one person says, look, I didn't anticipate that there were going to be all these problems once we started work, and now that there are problems, I need to modify the deal. I need to charge you more. The fact is, you can't do it. If you make a deal, it's your problem if there are unexpected obstacles. You should have investigated that before you signed.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.